Hi, everybody! Welcome back to another Thursday night live stream.
Oh, like you.
Ow, that's biting.
I've got the crew in here along with the kids. So, hopefully, they know how to run the show because I'm going to let them run the show today. I'm going to sit back and just watch them. So, if you guys don't know, that is my daughter Alexis and my son Brayden. The two older munchkins. The little one, of course, is off playing video games.
Ouch, that hurts.
And so we are going to get started here with, first, you guys want to do the housekeeping?
What do you mean housekeeping?
Yes. I got it. It's, make sure you put the question marks before and after your questions so that now my mom can see them. And this week we are giving away a mask to somebody who does a super chat or super sticker. So whenever you do a super chat and super sticker, that money goes back to the puppies and we can get them new toys and new bones and unbox them for you. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. And I see tons and tons of people on here. I am actually kind of excited because I get to see everybody. Before we jump into our first questions, I just wanted to do a quick shout out. Carrie, thank you very much, Carrie, for your super chat.
Did you put your little thing on?
I did.
Okay.
She's double checking to see if I'm doing my job. And look, I'm going to keep going here. And Heather, thank you so much for the super sticker.
Rupert!
If you guys can see, Brayden and Alexis are watching the screen now. Remember
Well,
last week I was distracted.
Because Rupert is on.
Aw, little
So I had to show
Rupert. All right, and we've got Catherine. Thank you, Catherine, for the super chat. So for all of you guys that are new or not really sure what super chat is, super chat and super stickers are something that you guys can donate. You can buy chats or stickers, and I believe you can pick the dollar amount, any dollar amount. A majority of that does come back to us, and with those proceeds, we buy the puppies. And of course, our dogs' toys and treats and bones and all kinds of fun stuff. And so that is what we do with those. And this week, we are giving away something that is brand new. And we're going to show you that in a minute, Alexis, if you want to grab them.
Yeah.
And it is going to a person with a super sticker or a super chat. And so I'm going to show those real fast. Actually, Alexis is.
Okay.
Before we get started on the questions.
Okay, so the new mask is, my mom and I made them, and they are our new, I don't know what to call it.
Thumbnail.
Our thumbnail we used last week, yeah. And then,
Bring it close.
oh my gosh. Okay, stay.
Lightning just went flying.
Okay. Well, okay, I can't see, so. Is that good?
Take it down a little. And it's not focusing. There. Yep.
Good?
All right, look at that mask, everybody. Is that amazing? So we are going to pick somebody and send one of those off to you guys. Alrighty, let's get started.
Somebody said they like your hat.
Oh my goodness, I see more super chats coming through. I know I need to ask a question, and I'm going to do that real fast before I think.
You have to do the question of I see one on the screen. Jocelyn has a super chat with a question.
Oh yeah, she's reminding me I have to do those first. And so I am jumping to the first super chat that has a question, which so far everyone's just donating. See, Alexis gets to make fun of me now because I have to sit here and
Question.
and find everything. And so let's see. Okay, so she is just. Oh my God, you guys are awesome. Look at this. Thank you, Gloriana. We have a $9.99 super sticker. I can't wait to see that sticker. It's over there. With no question? Let's see. No question. Just our #1 fans. Awesome. Okay, Jocelyn. All right, so we are going to jump to my first question on a super chat, and hopefully I didn't miss anybody. And Jocelyn is asking, how many mommies are currently pregnant?
I don't know.
One.
That answer.
Dakota.
Yes.
Dakota is black and white, party-eyed mini, and she was bred to a black and white double blue-eyed male Zeus.
Yes. And last time those two had puppies together, they had 5 black and white girls. And she's pretty big. So we'll see what happens. But that's what we have right now, Jocelyn. We do have a few girls that we just recently bred. However, we have not confirmed pregnancies on those girls. And so we are going to, oh my goodness, Mr. Jack, and where are you? I don't remember what they named her. What did they name Isla? Oh, Ziggy.
Yep.
All right, so let's see. Thank you for the $20 super sticker.
Wow, thank you.
Okay, now let's see. Do I have any other questions with super chats?
No, you get to take forever.
You guys are laughing at me, I know. And I hope all of you guys are patient with me because I am new at this. All right, so we're going to jump on to our first question. That is from Miriam, and it says, hi, I was wondering what size do you recommend and our toy-sized Klee Kai?
There's a second part to
and
that.
And then it says, our toy-sized Klee Kais really tiny, like really small?
Yeah, they're, I'd say about the size of a cat, sometimes smaller, sometimes a little bit bigger.
Toys are less, the word mom uses is hardy. They're very fine boned and they're petite. Yeah, they're more likely to break bones, and they aren't really ones to go and jump off the couch because you can break a bone.
Yes, that is true. I'm going to try not to add too much and let them run the show. Okay, Tanya is asking, I heard that there was short-haired and long-haired ones. Is that true? And if so, which ones do you have the most, and is it easier to get a certain hair length?
Yeah, there's short and long-haired dogs in our breed. However, we tend to try to shy away from it because, personally, we do not like the look of the long-haired Klee Kai. Almost all of our dogs, I'd say, are relatively the same, and I don't think we really have any dogs with long hair.
My mom kind of pushed the long-haired out of our breeding program a while ago because, like Braden said, we don't like the look of it. It's very Eskimo, and we want more of a husky, finer, short-haired dog.
Agreed. All right. Next is Miriam again. What are some tips you would give for a person that is planning on having 4 male Alaskan Klee Kai? So it's Alaskan Klee Kai, and if you're planning to have 4 males, is what she's asking. What kind of advice? Tips?
4 males. I mean, as long as they're not all trying to be dominant, then it's going to be okay. If you have one that's going to be dominant and another one that thinks that he's the dominant one and they're going to start fighting, it's going to cause a problem. Also, if you're not going to neuter them, that could also potentially be a problem because of the more aggressiveness.
Yeah, agreed. I agree. All right, next is a super chat from Catherine. And she is asking, will Dakota and Zeus have all black and white puppies since they are both black and white? Or do they carry the red or the white genes? I wonder if they know the answer.
I don't think either of them carry the red or white gene.
I think Zeus has the white gene.
Zeus actually has the red gene. And Zeus does not have the white gene. And Dakota does have the red gene. So they could produce reds, but they could not produce.
But it's more unlikely than them producing more blacks.
Correct. So there is a chance, but neither one of them are red, so it's less than if they were red. But they could produce reds. Last time they produced all blacks. All right. Now, I just want to make sure I don't have any more super chats. I think we're good.
Are you using the other screen?
No?
You should use the other screen.
For the super chats?
Yeah.
Oh, is that my problem when I'm scrolling up and down?
Yep.
Oops. I'm sorry. I bet I skipped people. Okay, so I need to go over here and see if
on the screen on YouTube needs to be your super chats and super stickers because it's the bottom. And your one on the Mac is going to be your questions so you can move it.
Oh.
You see what I mean?
So I go to the bottom here.
Yep.
Oh, I think I skipped people. Okay, I did. All right, so how do I go back up?
You scroll all the way back up and you go find your spot.
Oh my Lord, I missed. Okay, so we have I want to acknowledge Krista for a $5 super sticker. And then I need to acknowledge,
He's killing that.
hey Alexis, will this go all the way up?
Yes.
Sorry guys, bear with me. I'm in training. Okay. It's weird because it shows here, but it doesn't show there. Oh yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. Oh, I get to see the stickers. Okay, on to questions. Sorry. Next question is from.
She doesn't know.
Oh, well, I just need to make sure everybody remembers. If you guys don't put the 3 question marks,
use your button.
Then I might miss you. So make sure you put 3 question marks before your questions, unless you are putting your question with a super chat or a super sticker. And then the next question is Tanya, and she's asking, when did you start breeding?
In 2003.
3.
Yep, they got it. 2003. How old were you guys in 2003?
I was 2.
I was 4.
So 3 and 4. That's when we started.
I was 2-ish, depending on the month we started.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hi.
Did you guys tell everybody who's out there? What puppies are out there?
This girl and the boy down there playing is Sasha's 2, the girl and a boy. And then these 2 baby girls are Cessna's girls.
Mm-hmm.
Next question. How long are you planning on breeding?
Forever.
If you want to run it. I don't know.
There's no end in sight.
No.
There
is not. You're right.
Sight. Yeah, I mean, obviously we've been doing this for a while. We enjoy it. We love it. Sometimes it's a lot of work, but at the end of the day, it's our life, and I don't think we would change it. So I agree. Okay, so my next question is, are any of your kids planning on breeding? If yes, will it be Klee Kai? Or will it be at Klee Kai?
Possibly. Like what we would probably end up doing is like if I wanted a dog of my own later in life, like I would keep them intact and my mom would use them for breeding.
Whoa! I think they're talking about when mom's done, if we were gonna continue the family.
Not me.
I think that's kind of a hard question. Brayden and I have grown up in this. We were basically born into breeding. If it wasn't Klee Kai, it was wolf hybrids. So we know all the work and we know all of the stress and everything that gets put into it. So, and on top of that, we both have our own careers we want to pursue. So I think that's a question for a much later date.
My answer would be probably not, because like they said, they both have their own career paths that they're going into, and I'm guessing that is going to keep them both very, very busy. because Alexis is in nursing school and Brayden just graduated from NLC, which is Northwest Lineman School, and he wants to be. Take it, Brayden. What do you want to
I
be?
would like to be a power linesman, and the guys who work on the power lines.
Yep. So that's, of course, with COVID, everything is kind of shut down, and so he's kind of struggling, but hopefully soon everything's going to open back up. All right, next question. Why did you choose to breed Klee Kai?
Well, my parents, whenever we were growing up, had pet wolves, and whenever we moved, we couldn't keep them because they're too destructive for the yard.
And they're too big.
And they're too big. And my mom wanted a dog that resembled the wolves, but were still manageable in a house with a smaller backyard.
With two
and
babies.
Kid friendly and things like that. And that's whenever we came along Klee Kai.
And then entered Kika, which changed everything.
Mm-hmm.
Hi. Hi.
Awesome. Okay, and so I want to take a break real fast here because we received something special in the mail the other day, and I would like to show it off. It is not hanging in here. It is going to actually hang in my office, but I want to thank Carrie and her family, and of course Kina Pop, because this is amazing. They sent us a canvas of Kika. Both of those are Kika. For those of you who don't know that, that is our baby girl. And so I just want to say thank you guys so very much. And I'm going to do this.
Oh, yay! The clapping.
Okay, and so thank you so much. I appreciate that. That was awesome. And Jen says, hi, Brayden. Did you see that?
No, I didn't.
Jen said hi, Brayden.
Yeah,
from
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why I brought it up. You're gonna fall.
Awesome. All right, next question. We'll move over in a little while, guys. Actually, hey, can you get the lick mats right there?
Oh.
And let's see what the puppies do with it.
Oh, yeah.
So last week, remember, at the very end of the show, we finally found our Amazon box in the garage.
She still doesn't even smell it.
And we bought lick mats. And the lick mats, I froze them. And so if you guys put them on right at the edge of the tile, they actually stick and they don't slide. They might slide a little because they were frozen. But let's see if they.
You gotta smell it.
The little ones are.
She's
like,
underneath.
oh, what is that?
There you go.
She's underneath the slide.
She said,
Come here,
I'm
Miss
sleeping.
Oh, there you are.
Okay, so now we'll keep them busy for a second and go from there. Thank you, Emily, for the super chat. If you have a question, make sure you plug it in for us. Okay. Now, let's see. Oh, Emily loves the Patriots hat, Brayden.
Yeah, they're from. Oh, never mind.
Okay, I'm trying to find questions because I got distracted. Okay, Lauren says, not really a question about the puppies, but are you guys doing okay with the apple fire?
Oh, yeah, that's pretty far away. I mean, we can see it if we go outside. We can see it up on the hill, but it doesn't really affect us because it's still far.
Yep, we can't even smell it. But you can see the fire at night from our house.
Yes.
You can see the flames at night.
Okay. Boriana wants to know when we are doing the next puppy offers. The kids probably don't know the answer to that.
Yeah, it's probably going to be this coming week.
Oh, Alexis does know. Yay, she knows. So we're a little behind. Of course, we should have already offered them, but it's been crazy. We've been making masks.
True.
Okay, and the next question. The Red Queen, and I can't remember.
Thank you, Misha.
I don't see. Oh, yep. Alexis is ahead of the game. How do you stop biting?
Typically it's, what age are we talking about? Talking about puppies? Usually it's just teething if it's a puppy.
I'm sure it's puppies.
And
They'll grow
there's
out
not
of
really
it.
a whole lot you can do except maybe get them toys or chew bones and something that they can actually take it out on instead of your hand and your feet. Cause
Something that they're gonna stay interested in.
Yeah. Because like these guys right now, like if you might see like they're gonna be biting our arms and hands, but it's nothing bad yet. But as they get older, they outgrow it, and as
Their teeth come in, and it's gonna be kind of bad for a little bit. But once you get, like Braden said, get the bones, get everything to occupy them, and they won't chew on your hands as much as they will on a bone.
I'm going to.
biting them back usually works.
I have you guys in the bubble, so scoot together because I put that down on the ground for a minute to see the puppies. But one of them's under the slide.
Is that good?
You guys have to act like you love each other. I did put Misha on here, but I'll do it again. She doesn't actually have a question, but you saw it on the screen.
I did see it.
That she sent a super chat. She just says, Braden and Alexis, nice job. Alexis, I like your Vans. Desiree, keep it up. You'll get the hang of it. Thank you,
my Vans
Misha.
too dirty?
Your Vans are too dirty.
The Vans are brand new.
Okay. So, this is pretty cool. I like this.
You like being able to see everything?
I do. And our next question is from Emily. My last Klee Kai was a thief. Should have named him Bandit. Any training tips to keep them from running away with all sorts of things?
Keep your things out of their reach as best as possible.
Know your puppy. If you know that they're gonna steal something, don't let them get to it before you realize that it's gone. A lot of it is letting them know that that's not okay with you and that you're the boss. If they think they're the boss and they're gonna steal all your things and run away and all of a sudden you're missing a pair of shoes,
You need to treat them like a toddler because you wouldn't blame the baby for getting into something. You blame yourself for leaving something out that the baby can get into. It's the same thing.
Good answers. And the only thing I would add to that is if you cannot trust your Klee Kai, or any dog for that matter, they do not get free run of the house.
Yeah.
So until you can trust them, they are only at one room at a time. And that's where puppy gates are amazing. Thank you, Marcia. She just said, I'm doing great. Okay, Dana is asking, are Klee Kai easy to train?
very.
It depends. I think every dog is different.
It depends on the owner, mostly. But how do I word this? If you spend the time to do the training, then they're going to pick up on it really easily. Nova is already crate trained and she's 11 weeks?
Yep.
Yeah, she's 11 weeks. She's crate trained. She sleeps by herself in her crate. I know that's not exactly the same thing, but if you're consistent, then they're going to catch up on it.
Yeah, agreed. They are pretty easy. Again, it's just consistency. And then Tanya's asking, do you have to train a Klee Kai to deal with cats, specifically to older cats?
No.
No, because it becomes the normal for them.
They may not be raised in it, but they can adapt to it.
Yeah, agreed. They usually do just fine with cats. When they're 8 weeks old, they don't know the difference between a cat and a puppy, another dog. So they usually love them just the same. It was cute, Jenny. Thank you. She said, fun fact, I was married in 2003. Sandy says, hi, everybody. All right. Braden, who is brand new on the waiting list, he spells his name a little different. He says, you guys are pretty close to my age. That's neat. Okay, another question. Judy says, in a previous Q&A, Desiree said that females matured about 18 months. Does that mean that's when they grow out of their puppy behavior and or when they reach their full height and weight?
I would say puppy behavior could probably last up to 3 years, depending on the dog.
Boys especially.
Boys
They're
especially.
big goofballs.
Girls grow up a lot quicker than boys mentally. It's for sure.
Same as people.
And then what about their height and weight? Do you think that they reach that?
They'll
Usually
reach
at about
their
a year.
height at a year, but I would say their weight isn't finished, and like they don't finish filling out until they're probably around 3 years old.
And their weight's gonna change a lot.
Yes, agreed. All right, Kimberly is asking, how long does it take to figure out whether your puppy will be a standard, mini, or toy?
Usually my mom can spot out the sizes. Like, we're missing a puppy.
No, I see him.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so these two are sisters. She's obviously much bigger than she is. When you can tell by their paw size and their weight, usually my mom can do, like, it's a rough estimate, of course, but she can usually tell at about 4 to 5 weeks.
We could probably make the guess that this is going to be small mini and large mini right here, maybe standard. And that's just a guess, but I'd say you would better know around 6 months old. Some dogs are kind of wild cards and will either just stop growing or they'll grow out of nowhere. And it's just up to Mother Nature at that point.
Yep, I agree.
Hey,
so Kylie is saying give them a thumbs up. So just a quick reminder, guys, if you can do us a favor and click that thumbs up if you're enjoying this live stream and if you are learning anything. And of course, getting to know my children, I would appreciate it. And let's see, Josh is asking,
hey, Missy.
Are all white Klee Kai considered rare Klee Kai? I asked because a few weeks ago you had one, I believe. Now Klee Kai come in black, gray, and red, but not sure about the all white ones.
Wait, can you ask it again?
Are all white Klee Kai considered rare?
Yeah, I guess you would call them rare because I think that most legitimate breeders are shooting for all colors except for white. Yeah, I guess you could call them rare.
The whites are more of
They don't fit the breed standards.
That's what I'm looking for. They don't fit the breed standards, so a lot of breeders try not to get them. They do genetic testing to see if their breeding dogs have the white gene. So if you breed 2 dogs that have the white gene, you could possibly get whites. It's not for sure that you would get a white if you bred 2 white gene dogs, but it is a possibility. So a lot of breeders try not to do that.
Yep, agreed. They nailed it. I want to say thank you, Rachel, for the super sticker. And if you have a question, make sure you plug that in for us. And, oh my goodness. And we have another super chat from Emily. And you guys are doing awesome, great answers. So no questions, but thank you. And so, let's see. Next we have... Patricia is asking, what's the general personality of the Klee Kai?
Oh, loving. Very, very loving. They want to be with you all of the time. They are companion dogs, so they are going to need you. Whoa! She just jumped.
It's because of the mats. You want to pull those up?
Yeah.
Save them for the other dogs?
Yeah. Yeah, they're almost gone.
Yeah, and so just to add to what Alexa said, I mean, generally speaking, they are companion breeds. They want to be with their owners.
Good girl.
They can be social and outgoing, but they do require socializing. And that's why one of the things I always stress is make sure you socialize young. Start very, very young. And if you do, you're going to have an amazing companion. If you don't, then it's very likely that you could have a shy, more reserved Alaskan Klee Kai. And Miriam, how long are you planning to breed?
Forever.
I think we answered this.
We might have answered that. I think I might have done that one. Maybe they asked twice. Okay, I want to get, next is Lauren. I want to give my Klee Kai some new toys for his bark day. What brand of durable, squeaky toys would you recommend?
Any toys like this that. I don't know if they can see this yet.
Yeah, they can.
Any toys like this with the long arms and the crinkles, the dogs love, especially the puppies.
But they can tear them up easily.
That's true. Or this caterpillar over here, which you guys can't see. This caterpillar right here, we've had these for over a year now, and the dogs love them. Especially the girls. Like, they love to just run around with them, and if you have multiple dogs, they like to play tug of war with those. Honestly, just toys that have different sounds. Toys that are all different.
Oh, squeak the cat, the octopus is like. So that's a different sound than this. And it's also a different sound than the crinklies. So they love all the different sounds, and they have to get used to the different sounds. But durable-wise, I would say Kongs.
Yep.
Kongs are going to be the way to go. Also, these guys. We just got these. I don't know, where did you get them, Mom?
They're called Star Marks, and they are on my website, and they're from Petco.
And then you just buy the inserts, and you slip them in there, and they eat the insert, and the outside is hard rubber that they can't chew up. So those are really good, and they love those.
I'm proud of you, Alexis. I was going to add to it and say Kong, and you did it right at the end, so good job on that. And I agree with the toy, with the treats. Those are the most durable bones that I have seen. They don't destroy the outer shell, and we have replaced the inner bones probably 10 times over.
Oh, so, this little one right here. We shoved, I think what's shoved in here is little cookies.
It's little cookies from Kong.
Yeah, so this has an insert, and then these you just shove little cookies, or Kong sells the inserts also, so those are always good. Like she said, we've had these forever, and they can't ever get the outside, and once they get to the inside, then they're happy, and then it's in the yard, and they don't even touch it. Like, it's not their favorite. If they're going to tear up a toy, it's going to be a soft one.
Yes. Tanya's wanting to know do we recommend any brand of crate?
No, not really. Just don't get the metal crates. The big metal ones with the bars that you can see through. Sometimes Klee Kai are very smart. Diamond and Rue actually learned how to open the garage door, and that was not good. We had to start locking that a lot more. They could get in and out through the garage, and as long as it's not the metal ones, they can learn how to open, and they can see all around you. We like the crates over here in the corner. I don't know if you can see them. They're the large plastic ones with the metal gate in the front, and they screw tight. They recommend those ones for shipping also, because they screw shut.
Yes, I agree. Thank you, Michelle. So Michelle just sent a super chat, and so she gets the next question. How frequently should you bathe them? I live near the beach, and I am wondering if I should bathe after every trip to the beach.
No, that's horrible for your dog's coat and skin. You want to bathe your dog maybe at most once a month. Right?
Yeah.
At most.
At most,
at
once
most.
a month. They have, Klee Kai in general are very clean. They are very cat-like. They clean their own paws, and their undercoat is made to clean itself. Once anything, mud, dirt, whatever, dries up, it falls off. They don't have an odor, so really the only reason you would need to bathe them is if you really think that it's been a while. And you gotta get something that's not gonna harm their skin or their coat, because they do have beautiful coats. Quit doing that.
Yes. Okay, the Red Queen is asking, I'm planning a road trip to Cali when I get my puppy. What do you recommend seeing?
The beach.
Yeah.
Go to Laguna.
Go to the beach. I mean, Six Flags if you don't have one.
Near you.
Yeah. Honestly.
Well, that's going to be
Universal.
closed right
Oh
now.
yeah, everything's gonna be closed. So the beach. That's all we have
the
for you.
beach is about the best thing, and in San
pier.
Bernardino Forest, there's a good hike called Forest Falls. It's the third biggest waterfall in Southern California. That's a good hike.
Yeah, Braden, you have to talk a little louder because you talk low. Yeah, I would say those are definitely probably, if you've never been into LA in that area, you want to definitely hit LA just so that you get that experience. And Universal Walk and Melrose, Hollywood, Beverly Hills, all of those cool things. Sightseeing, like Braden said, go to the waterfalls and the mountains. You can really drive to the beach and then up to Big Bear Mountains
in the same
day. There's a lot to do out here. And let's see, we have our next question. What do you do when your puppy starts teething and bites you hard?
Didn't we answer this one?
No, it is a different person.
It's kind of different.
It is a little different.
What do you
do when they're teething? Because we know now they're teething and they bite you too hard. What do you do?
Just understand that it's a phase. They're not doing it because they want to hurt you. They're doing it because they're trying to put some form of sensation on their teeth because they have growing pains. And what we could recommend is baby toys or baby teething toys.
Oh,
we
teething
use
rings
all the time. Yes, teething rings.
They even have the dog ones.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, like this.
Just make sure that they're not hard plastic. Make sure they're rubber because they'll break the plastic ones.
They'll break the plastic ones. We washed this one today. It went in the wash machine. They can get washed. They can get cleaned. It's hard rubber, and it has these little prongs all around it that they can chew on, and it won't hurt you or them. And it's good for their teeth.
And the other thing you can do, just to add to that, is I would replace whatever it is they're teething on of your body with something that they can. So positive reinforcement is always going to win over. So replace it with something that they can teeth on, and you move your arm, like Braden just did. Okay, and then our next question is, well, we just have a couple comments. Alexis and Braden, you guys are doing such a great job. That's from Marsha.
Thank you.
Cheryl is asking, what is your least favorite personality trait?
In a person?
No, silly. In the dog.
It's hard to say. All of our dogs, they have such unique personality traits. Like my dog and Alexis's dogs are polar opposites.
Totally different dogs.
My dog will go, and if I handed the leash to anybody in the world, she'll go with them and be their best friend until she dies. Alexis's dog is very selective, and
she likes who she likes, and that's it.
Correct. I mean, I could give you an example for my dog. I love how needy my dog is. Oh, there we go.
Don't do that.
I love how needy my dog is because she always wants attention. She always wants to cuddle and play.
But it also
at the
could be
same
that.
time, it's a bit much sometimes. Oh my gosh. But yeah, I think that's a hard answer. I don't think that there's one personality trait that all of the dogs have. They're all very unique and they're all kind of their own dog.
You guys are mean.
I put it on the floor with you in the bubble.
Jeez, that was mean. That was crazy.
So next question is, because of their two coats, are ticks a problem? Is it something you always have to keep your eyes open for?
We have more of a problem with fleas in California. Not really ticks. We don't see ticks, but we do the front line on the dogs every month. Other than that, we don't really have a problem with it because we stay on top of it and we take care of it. So not really.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on where you guys live. So for us, we don't really have that problem. But if you live in wooded areas, if you go on hikes that have the problem of ticks and your dog likes to trample through all of the brush, then definitely something you need to keep an eye out for. And you also always want to check your dogs if you do have that problem in your area, because they can burrow in there pretty deep into the Klee Kai's fur, and you wouldn't know it. So definitely something to think of, and always have your dog protected with the treatment.
Mm-hmm.
And the next question is, what kind of soap do you recommend for bathing your Klee Kai?
What's the brand of ours?
We have a few different ones. We have a Burt's Bee one.
We do have a Burt's Bees one for the puppies that I really like. It's really soft and it's not harsh on them. And you know when you have you wash your hands and you can feel it, it's the same on the fur. You wash their fur with the Burt's Bees one and it's not rough or coarse or I guess damaged. I like that one a lot. It's very soft on them. Hi.
Yeah, and we don't really recommend spending a ton of money on shampoos for your dog because this breed is very clean already. They self-clean. They have a double coat, which all of the dirt falls off of. They don't have an odor. The only downfall to their coat is the shedding. So if you're going to spend any extra money on a specific brand of shampoo, I would say something that's conditioning, aloe, something to help with their coat and their skin. But other than that, it doesn't have to be very fancy. And Eric is asking, Jax, aka Suku? I don't know how to say that. S-I-K-U. Siku? How do you think?
I don't know.
All right. Well, they're on, and he isn't really eating his dry food. Do you recommend wet food or just stick to the dry?
Stick to the dry. If you give them wet, they're going to get spoiled, and they will never eat dry food again. Mm-hmm. It comes to be a problem once they get the special food and realize that, oh, if I just don't eat, then you'll give me this stuff, and this stuff is way better. So stick to the dry. Sometimes they don't like a certain flavor of food, at least with our food. We have salmon and chicken and beef, and if some dogs don't like certain flavors, so it could be that.
Yes, and Carrie made a good point. In fact, Carrie just texted me about the same problem she had yesterday or the day before, and I hope you saw that message. But she didn't put her puppy's vitamins on, and so the dog decided she wasn't going to eat. She was protesting, apparently. And then today she sprinkled that back on, and guess what? She gobbled up her food. So if you are having a problem, you can try that. And you can also, like Alexis was saying, mix up the flavors. Sometimes they get bored of the same flavor. So stick with the same brand, but a different flavor. And it should not upset their stomachs. And remember, this breed gets bored really fast. So they get bored of their toys. They get bored of going on the same walk. They get bored of... Now Braden's destroying stuff. So they get bored. Change it up. All right. We got a new bed. Thank you, honey. Dana's asking, what is the best way to discipline when your puppy is misbehaving?
Crate. You want the crate to be a punishment, but you also want it to be a safe space. I know for us, our dogs love their crates, but when they're misbehaving, at least Rue, she'll hop a fence and all of a sudden she's standing at the back door. We put her in her crate and she learns real quick that, oh shoot, maybe I shouldn't have done that. And then she's crying in her crate, and if you don't respond, they realize, oh, maybe I did something wrong.
Okay. Zach, any tips for keeping the pups calm on the flight home? So Zach is going to be flying in here to get one of those puppies here, I think next week. And so he's wanting to know, is there any tips for keeping the pups calm on the flight home?
Toys and bones.
The puppy's going to be with him?
Yep.
Yeah,
toys and bones.
They're pretty good for the most part, I'd say. It's kind of random which puppies get like car sick and things like that, but for the most part, I'd say 99% of our puppies are fine with car and travel.
And you gotta keep them occupied. If they're occupied, they're not gonna scream and they're not gonna cry and they're not gonna a million other things.
Well, so he's going on a flight home with the dog, so he won't be able to get the puppy out. So
right.
I would add to that to make sure the puppy is tired before the flight home.
Yep.
A tired dog is a good dog. So if your puppy's tired, they will sleep. So you want to do that. And the other thing is make sure that you don't feed the puppy right before the flight.
Mm.
Christina is asking if we are going to see Ziggy's puppies. So I just switched over let me do this. And so yeah, you guys are in the bubble. So there's Ziggy's puppies. We will send the kids, or I'll go up there in a minute, and we'll show you guys the puppies. They all have their eyes open, and we see lots of blue, just so you guys know. And as you can see, she is being a really good mommy, cleaning one of her puppies. She also has a Kong in there. I don't know if you guys see that. But she is chowing down on that Kong. She's super cute right now.
Whoa!
Okay. So next question. Christina wants to know who's your dogs.
Diamond.
And Rue is mine, of course, everybody's favorite.
Whatever.
You are your dog.
Okay.
The dog is
so
me.
We will go back to them, and then let's see. Oh, I'm going to do this. Okay, just a reminder, and I'm assuming that Catherine. Hey, I just want to say thank you to Catherine. She has agreed to help us each Thursday and spend her time with us to help moderate and answer questions and refer people over that need to be referred to the website or emailing us. So thank you, Catherine. But for those of you guys who just hopped on, don't forget to put your question marks before and after the questions so that I do not miss them. All right. Now, let's see. We have people just saying hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Okay, Kimberly said, frontline question mark, you said once a month. Is that a chemical drop or a pill? Also, I've heard the shot for an annual fix can be dangerous. Thoughts?
I've never heard of the annual shot. Yes, it is the chemical drop. You just put it, you spread the fur on their shoulder blades and drop it on. You can't give them a bath for, I think it says 24 hours afterwards, just so that the treatment can soak into their skin. It needs to be on their skin for it to be effective, and it is once a month. So we do it the first week or so of each month.
Yep. And it's either Frontline Plus or Advantex for anybody who's not pregnant, nursing, or breeding. Anybody that is, then they get Advantage because it doesn't have as much. But it also doesn't have the best protection, but at least it's something. Okay. Tanya, how often do we wash your dog, or how often do you wash your dogs, and how often do you brush them? At the ratios for mothers, puppies, and young adults.
Puppies, we wash them every time they fall into each other's poop or pee. And
they get
right
brushed
before they go home.
And they get brushed right before they go home. For our dogs, we bathe usually around the time they're shedding. We're really bad at washing them because they're really clean.
I'd say our dogs each probably get a bath 3-4 times a year.
Yeah, very rarely. They hardly ever get bath, but they do get brushed every time they start shedding. And sometimes when they do start shedding, my mom actually made this a good point. The last time we had dogs that were shedding, she gave them a bath, combed them while they were wet in the bath, and then rinsed them off, washed them and everything else, and let them dry and finish brushing after. It made it a lot easier.
Okay, so now I'm going to pause on the questions for a second because I have some really fun pictures that I want to show you guys of the kiddos. So back in the day, Brayden and Alexis did show dogs with us, and here is Brayden. Look at that little handsome boy with no hair. And that is Kiara. She is retired from our breeding program. Yes, we had 2 Kiaras. We had a gray Kiara, and now we have a red Kiara. We love to use the same names and confuse everybody. And then there's little Alexis. Look at how little she is. She's also showing Kiara there. And I don't remember when this was, but I'm guessing by the looks of it, Alexis is probably 5. Brayden's probably 6. And so that's them on that one. And let's see what else we got in here. We've got, this is one of my favorites. So we have Alexis here in the snow with Kika. So you can see the gray one here, that's Kika. And then there's Alexis again. She's showing Sarah. Again, young. And we've got a couple more we'll show with you. Let's see. Oh boy. So this is a really, really old one. It was a party, apparently. We might have been at Chuck E. Cheese. And that is Brayden with no teeth. And that's Kika, back in the day. And let's see. Oh, this is one of my favorites. Alexis, that is Kylie. I know that is in 2009 because that's when Kylie was born. And that's also when Ethan was born. So we got that one. And then let's see. We got Alexis with Cassie. And the judge, she looks kind of homely, and your pets were eye waters. Your mom needed to take care of you.
Tell her. You tell her.
There's Brayden again, showing Cassie. So for those of you guys wondering, Cassie is Kika's daughter. That was probably one of our best show dogs. She is a toy, for those of you who always ask about toys and want to know about toys. So she is a toy. She's pretty small, but she was structurally sound and she was proportionate. So when we talk about toys a lot, we say, you know, we don't always like some of the toys because they may not look like they should look. Now this dog looked like the breed should look. She's amazing. There's Brayden again. He's getting a little older. He's starting to step up his game, dressing up. And then there's Alexis again. That was all the same day, it looks like. So that is some of the pictures I just wanted to share with everybody real quick. And now I think we will show you guys we're good, right? Show you guys Ziggy's puppies. And then we can ask some more questions. You guys good with that? Do you want to go up?
Sure. You can go up, I guess. I mean, I know you like to talk about them and...
Okay, so I am going to hop up there. Let's see if I can figure this out. We'll leave you guys right where you're at. And I'm going to switch over to Ziggy. And then... You are not in a bubble. And I'm going to go up there. All right. Yeah, it's on Sig.
Oh, okay.
All right. Hi, Mama. Oh, be careful. Be careful. Oh, my goodness. Now they all get to hear. Oh, now you're going to sit down? Well, now you guys got to see the baby crying. What happened? Did you scare her? Did you step on her? Hi, babies. So, hi, Mama. Hi. Okay, we're going to show them the babies. Can we show them the babies? Hi, baby girl. So, let's see what we got here. We got lots of babies. I know, you're not attention hog. So, remember how we talk about, like, they're needy, they want you. Well, she would rather me be petting her than with her puppies. But I'm going to try to show you all the babies. Can you sit for a minute or do I have to take you out? Huh? Let's see. All right. I don't need you to clean them. Okay, she's got to clean them.
Let's see. Yep, you gotta clean everybody. Okay, fine. All right, let's see. Kylie, can you just tell me? I have no idea if they can see that.
Yeah.
Well, we have mommy who wants to clean this puppy. All right, so this is a girl, and she is definitely blue-eyed. So let me see. I'm gonna bring her up. Hold on. I want to take her up. Can they? Okay, so that's a black and white girl, and I'm gonna show you the girls first. Can you sit, please? Thank you. And we got, hold on, Mama. I just want to show them. I know. Okay. Girl number 2. Aww. Did they see that yawn?
Yeah.
Okay, so she, I don't know, can they see the eyes very good?
Yeah.
So that's another black and white girl. She's got a lot of blue in her eyes as well. Oh, and speaking of their eyes, I do want to let you guys know we did do the DNA swabs on all of the puppies. And so hopefully we will get results. I know. Okay, this is Sig. Sit for a minute, Mama. Sit down. Sit. All right, last girl. Hold on. No. You're not gonna yawn? Is that focused?
Yeah.
And hopefully you guys can see her eyes. Very blue. Very blue. Usually when they're this young and it's very blue, they're gonna stay blue. So those are the 3 girls. Hi, Mama, I see you. Thank you. All right, this one, hold on, I gotta see which one you are. You are, okay, so I gotta look at their eyes before I bring them up. Okay, so this is the black and white boy. And how are we?
Good.
Okay.
It's not focused.
No?
Big John.
No.
I mean, it's okay. It's not like super focused though. It wants to focus on Ziggy and the puppies. There you go. Yep, you're good now.
Okay, so bring it down. So he has some blue in his eyes, but they are not bright blue. So, of course, they're really young, right? So we don't know for sure. But whenever they're not bright blue like that, it's pretty easy to say that that puppy is not going to be double blue. And so he may turn brown, who knows yet, because it's just way too early. And then this is the gray, one of the gray boys. There's 2 gray boys. I already know this one is the very first one born. How's the focus?
Down again. Now go up. Nope, go back down. It focuses right there.
So he's got a lot of blue in his eyes. Can they see that?
No.
They can't see the eyes. No, huh? And we got one more, but he's eating. Can I show them? Let me see. You're such a good mommy. Thank you for getting up.
Hey, baby.
Hey, Brayden.
What's up?
Can you do me a favor since you're right here? I'm gonna, when I put this right here, if you tap the screen, it should focus on the puppy. Like tap on their face. Did that focus it, Lex?
Yeah.
Sweet. So Brayden came here, so guess what? I'm gonna redo that. Ha. Okay, look. Oh, you moved. That one's a girl. Because now you guys should be able to see their eyes really good with Good girl, Mama. And where is, I want them to see him because he's the one that you can tell he's not the same. So you can tell now that you've seen the two with real blue eyes, you should be able to see that he does not have the same eyes as his siblings. And then here's this puppy. You got milk all over your face. This little boy right here, this is the gray boy.
He's gonna look just like Rue.
He is gonna look just like his mother or his auntie.
Sister.
No, sister. Just like Rue. Just like Rue. And then one more, and then we'll leave you alone, Mama. Okay? I know, they're like, we were sleeping. And that's the last boy. There. Oh, I don't know if I showed the, oh yeah, I think I showed the girl.
Did you show the one under her?
No, I think I missed this one.
No, the one under Ziggy.
Hey, Mom.
Yeah, I already
I
showed.
have a question about Ziggy's puppies.
Okay. Hold on.
I know it's still too early to know size, but how do you think Ziggy's puppies are going to be?
Miniatures. Probably all of them.
Well, it is definitely too early to tell. I won't even really guess because they can change so much. So from birth to 8 weeks, they could change so much. Birth to 4 weeks, they could change so much. She has a lot of puppies. So it is really hard to say, oh, well, one's really big, one's really small. It's hard whenever there's a lot of puppies because they will grow a little slower because there's so many puppies all taking the nutrients. Just like whenever there's one puppy and it's super fat and can barely walk at 3 weeks old because it's really thick and hardy, and that's because it's getting all the nutrients. So it's just too early to even guess. And without looking at all of my notes and their head shapes and their weights, it's too hard to say. There's a few that are obviously bigger than the others, but they're not that far off from each other. They're at a fun age though now because they are starting to move around and bark and chew on each other. Like, there they go. Good job, Mommy. You's a good mommy. Yeah, you's a good mommy. All right. Okay, I am going to come back down and let her be because she doesn't like it when we keep picking everybody up. And we will switch her out. Okay, you're good, Mama.
Ow!
Okay, so I still have you guys on Ziggy here for a second. I am going to help get the puppies put away in here, and we'll get the older dogs in and let them hang out for a little bit and finish this up. And that way we can go over who's going to get the mask. We are going to give one of those away. And then I'm also going to go over the mask situation. So I'll hop in there with Alexis and we'll talk about a few things because we will have masks for sale. We also have the ability to customize. So we will do all of that here in just a second. Let me just swap out the dogs. I'm gonna go to there. All right.
Okay.
Alexis is going to throw
Here,
those
too.
lick mats out there. I'm coming in, guys.
No,
So Kylie.
I don't know.
Well, that's fine. I'll just tell them
Oh,
what I'm doing.
hi. Hi, Ruru.
Okay. Alrighty. Okay, so I'm just hopping in here for a few minutes because I wanted to talk about the masks and the winter and what we've been working on.
Those aren't toys.
It's not for you. There's enough masks right there. Diamond, be nice. Here, look. So the hi mamas. The crew's eating the lick mats. Nova thinks she's gonna take it. Look at her.
She's like,
Diamond says no, you can't have it. She's like, oh, watch me. Okay, so kind of exciting. We decided to invest in some equipment and a whole lot of trial and error and
a whole lot of nonsense.
a whole lot of nonsense according to Alexis. And we came up with a new mask, which we just showed you guys. And so we made a few and we were trying it out. And the first ones that we did, we thought, oh, this would be fun. Let's make, where's the black one? Let's make the dog's face, their mouth. So we made this one, okay? And that is a black and white. And then, oh, it's Dakota. And then we made Rue.
That's actually Lily.
Oh, Lily. I like Lily. And Simba. So, of course, we had to try all of this out because we've never done it before. And so the different colors come out different whenever you press it. So these are 100% washable. There's cotton on the inside. It's breathable. They have elastic here so they can throw in the wash. They will not fade, and they are not just like an iron-on or any of that material. So it is awesome. They're very, very comfortable, and you can actually breathe in them, which is awesome. So then after we tried those, we thought, well, let's do one of a face of a puppy, and Alexis said we had to do this one. And I'm assuming most of you probably remember this little puppy right here. Hopefully. So this right here was, or is, Isla, who is now Ziggy. And funny enough, we just decided whenever we mooted, you guys, who was going to be the winner of today's mask. And before I even thought about it, the girl said, oh, these are the winners, which is Jack and Aaron, which, guess what? They own this precious little girl. So I'm going to send you guys a mask. If you want the one of your daughter, then let me know, and I can send this one to you. If you prefer a different one, just email me or put it in the chat, and I'll see it because I watch it every night.
There's also this one that we showed you earlier.
Yes, and so this is the one with, obviously, Kika, Diamond, Keanu, and Nala. And, of course, we can't fit everybody in here, and we had to try to find pictures of the dogs facing the right direction, and so it was kind of a challenge. But we had this design made because Kika has wings, so I don't know if you guys saw that. But we are working on shorts, sweatshirts, all kinds of fun things. Bandanas for the dogs.
Also, we have the blings.
We still have the blings. So all of this is getting put on the internet, onto our website, also on Shopify, Instagram, everything. And so you guys will be able to purchase items. But the cooler thing is that you guys can customize your own mask. So if you want a mask with your own dog, with your children, with your favorite flower, whatever you guys want, you guys can do that as well. And so this is all the beginning stages. It's not completely 100% set up yet. However, we were so excited when By the way, we stayed up until midnight yesterday and got up at 6 a.m. this morning just because we were working on this and so excited. But we
and
just
had to get it ready for today.
and had to get ready for today. But we wanted to share that with you, and then also say you guys can buy them. If you guys are interested, before everything goes live, all you have to do is email me, and you guys can do that. Or you can just buy the ones that we already have made, totally up to you guys. And so I wanted to share that with you. If you're on our waiting list, you will be notified as soon as everything gets onto the website and onto the Shopify account, Facebook, all of that stuff. If you're not and you're interested, you'll either have to keep tuning into the live streams or email us and see when it's there. But you don't have to wait until we get it up. If you guys want one now, all you have to do is send me an email and let me know that. The price right now is $20 a mask. And you can customize or get one of ours, and that includes shipping anywhere in the United States. So if you're wanting that, let us know. And then once we get everything else up and running, we'll announce all of that. But for now, we have stock, plenty of it, of masks, and we make them ourselves. We don't send it out. She's the one I told gets to head this up, and hopefully this will help support her college fund once she pays me back for all of my investments. But anyways, if you guys are interested, we just wanted to share that with you guys and share our excitement. Oh, and we also have this one, which is new. We haven't even printed. In fact, it came in the mail today whenever we were getting ready. So we haven't tried them, but these ones are really cool. So when we get our masks, they're pure white. And so we print the designs on the masks. And so what it is it's cotton inside, so it's very breathable, very comfortable. But these are really awesome because they have this bridge which doesn't suffocate you or make you feel like you can't talk. And also the elastic has these little bands where it is adjustable so it'll fit anybody. And we have kids sizes in this mask. So this one's gonna be awesome because it's not a one size fits all, but it has this, and we have ones that are smaller for kids or for smaller framed people. Same price, but if you guys are interested, do that. And now we are going to get back to the show because if I don't get over there, no one's going to run it. We can't.
I will.
Oh, Braden says he's going to. Do you think you know what you're doing?
It's pretty easy.
You gonna let him try?
Go for it.
All right, we're gonna let him try so I could stay here. Hi, Mom.
Alright, so question. On public forums, I noticed a lot of owners discussing stomach problems and food allergies. Is this an Alaskan Klee Kai trait or a breeder issue?
What do you think?
I think it's some dogs. I don't think it's a breeder issue. I think it's just some dogs have sensitive stomachs and can't digest certain things. They also can have allergies, but I don't think it's a breeder thing. I think it's just a dog thing in general.
Yeah, I mean, I think it could be genetics. It just depends on what the situation is. We have had puppies that have gone home that have had stomach issues. So it could be that it is related to environment. It could be that it's related to genes and genetics. Most of our dogs, they're not picky. They eat their food. The only one that is slow at eating is Nala. And she's slow to eat.
But it doesn't affect her stomach. Or
I need Rue to move because Nala's in the pool.
I know, it's here.
Rue, come over here a little bit. So it's not that she has a problem eating. It's just she's just a slow eater. She eats just at her own pace. Other than that, we're good. All right, next question.
The Red Queen asked, at what age are you able to tell the permanent eye color of the dogs?
Okay, did you see that comment? Jenny's saying she can't hear you. So you got to be like your mom and your sister and speak up.
Yeah, because you're behind everything, and the
gotcha.
speaker's out here. So you got to yell.
So did you hear me?
No.
At
Thank
what
you.
age are you able to tell the permanent eye color of the dogs?
You want me to answer?
Yeah.
Okay, so
I think I know, but I'm not sure, so I don't want to.
So as a breeder, we can't really ever guarantee, like dogs' eyes do change once in a while, but usually at 4 weeks, we know what their eye color is. If we see party eyes, we're gonna tell you there's party eyes. Now, parties are the exception because party eyes
will change for months and months and months. And so there's really no set time where, oh, at 6 weeks, 8 weeks, 2 months, 12 months. It can change. In fact, party eyes can sometimes change based on the weather and the sun. So that is the only one I would say is kind of up in the air. I can tell party eyes at 3-4 weeks old for sure. So I would say, generally speaking, 4 weeks old.
Christina Whittington asked, do you use/need volunteers?
I could always use and need volunteers. Obviously, what we've been doing here is growing and growing, and we never really anticipated this. It has been a lot of fun, but it's a lot of work, and so we don't have enough manpower. So if anybody is willing to volunteer and help out, please send me an email if you guys can, if you know how to. Brayden, put the email address up there.
On the bottom.
And then you can send me an email and I will reach out to you. So I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Next question.
I wonder if you see
I don't know, but she just took the whole thing.
She did take it.
Those are done.
I know. I'm pulling their lick mats because they are obsessing over them now, and Rue won't let me have it. All right, lick mats were a success.
Catherine Ping would like to know, what size is Nova?
So Nova is 11 weeks old, and she's a pretty good size. She weighs 7 pounds already, but she's not super tall. She's going to be probably a large mini, if not maybe a tiny standard, but I think she'll be a mini.
Lauren Townsend asked, if you have one kitty cat already and you're planning on getting another, would you recommend that you leave your first one at home, or you should bring them to pick up the puppy?
Do you know?
Leave them at home. Not only for the new puppy to be able to bond with you, but also so that your current dog doesn't feel threatened by that puppy, no matter just the ride home. If your current dog is in the car or in a crate and you're carrying the puppy home and all of a sudden there's a problem, it's easier for you to get your new puppy and have one person bring out your current dog and into the front yard, the backyard, somewhere that's not in the house, so that they can meet on mutual grounds, not territorial, this is my house type of thing. It's easier for them to be able to meet on mutual grounds and be okay that way.
Yeah, and the only thing I would add to that is that you want your puppy to have a good experience right off the bat and not be too overwhelmed. So remember, they're leaving everything they've ever known, and they are getting in a car with new people, with different sounds, and you don't want to add to that mix of another dog as well. You want them to get comfortable with you and bond with you, like she was saying, before you introduce the other dog. So that's what we would recommend. And then, like she just said, introduce in neutral grounds.
I'm not even going to try to pronounce this name, but somebody asked, can you make training videos on Alaskan Klee Kai?
Training meaning sit, stay, speak.
Probably. Yeah, it's if anybody on here is a camera person and a videographer, it would be so much easier because I have the knowledge, but I'm only one person. The kids also have a life, and so it is hard for me to be able to try to self-film, self-edit, self-post, and do everything. So that's why it's hard, but at the same time, I enjoy it. So it is in the works. When and how often, really is so hard to say. But if we have anybody who lives locally who can help and volunteer, hey, we can knock out videos every week.
That was our goal. When we started YouTube and when we actually started being able to do the lives and got our setup, her whole goal was, Okay, hopefully I can get an actual video up every week before we do the live.
Yeah.
Has it happened? No.
Plus, especially right now, like we've had so many puppies, they take a lot of our attention and time, and our own dogs. So it's hard to stop everything to film. But yeah.
I just realized I skipped a question.
Okay.
Or maybe Alexa skipped it. It's from Ziggy's Puppies. Emily Miller asked, the last gray boy is an interesting color. Whose color would you compare him to?
Yeah, I would say closest to Rue. He doesn't have as many browns in him as the little girl does. But bless you, he's going to lighten up more. So usually it's the opposite. Usually what happens is they go from a very light color to a darker color. And then there are the rare occasions when they actually go from darker to lighter. And so my guess is that's probably what he will end up doing. But he doesn't have as many browns. He's more of a darker gray, which would be like even Kiara that we just showed you the pictures of the kids showing a dog named Kiara. She was a darker gray. Hi.
That's all the questions we have right now.
I just see one
I
open
see
up
them
on
on-
the screen.
Yes. There's 2 new ones. Brayden asked, are you considering some new ideas for your live stream?
Are you asking if you have suggestions, if we could share them? If so, please give us suggestions. If you are asking if we have new ideas, can you move your butt out of the way? Then we kind of fly by the seat of our pants. So honestly, it's like a couple of days before we think about, okay, what should our next topic be? Do we have anything new happening? That kind of thing. And of course, this last week was the masks. And so because we were so consumed with that, we didn't come up with a really good topic. But I thought
Our weeks kind of go like this. It's Monday.
we get a
It's
break.
Monday. We get a break. And then it's Tuesday, and it's, oh shoot, we have 2 more days. And then it's Wednesday, and we go, oh my gosh, it's tomorrow. What's our topic? And that's exactly how it goes.
Okay.
And Nala's in the ball pit.
Nala, I hope you guys all saw this. So do you remember last week
Hey.
we bought one of the toys that you put down onto the floor and it suctions? Well, she was able to get it up, and now she's carrying it off, and she took it into the pool, and she is trying to get the treats out of it, which is amazing. So I think you did great on that toy. So that's awesome.
Other than it doesn't suction.
Well,
I think
it's
part
the
of it is
floor.
that the floor is partially probably has food on it from those things.
Yeah.
And it's probably dirty underneath the sticky.
Oh, this is a funny question. I like this one. Daniel says, I've noticed some Klee Kai at our dog park having bulging eyes. Is that genetic? Ours doesn't, and I don't see any of yours with that condition.
Yes, it is genetic. It's got to come from somewhere, and so it's going to be in that breeder's lines. And don't get me wrong, every breeder has things pop up here and there. So I'm not saying that just because the dog has bulging eyes,
Missy.
I can't talk, Mama, that all of their puppies do. But it is something that does show up. And can you move your butt? A lot of times it is. I can't talk. Needy butt.
Come here.
A lot of times it is from the small ones. So when you see toys, really small Klee Kai, you'll see bulging eyes more than larger ones. Not always, but sometimes we do
What do
see
you
it.
smell now?
Lauren Townsend asks, I know COVID in animals is rare, but with the dog that was found positive passing away, how do you protect your dogs from the disease?
Well, I mean, we pretty much don't go anywhere.
Yeah.
We pretty much don't go anywhere. We go to the grocery store and we can go right out front, but we really don't go anywhere. We haven't in a long time. And we aren't letting anyone into our home. So anyone who's picking up a puppy, they don't even come in. We meet them out. And so hopefully everybody's protected. Dogs and kids alike.
Braden says he has some suggestions and he'd be happy to share.
Okay, awesome.
Share 'em.
Send them our way.
Hi, Tommy.
Demo is really great. I don't know if they could. I'm sure they can. They could see the pool pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
So
I see it all.
yeah. So I know you. I see another question coming in, but they. A few weeks ago when we started, we brought the pool in, and the puppies were pretty small, and they really wouldn't go in it with the ball pit. And then we bought the pool cover, which made a big difference because it didn't have that really crinkly, loud sound, and the balls
the
didn't just
outside.
smash on it.
The
And so
plastic.
now the dogs absolutely love it, especially the younger ones. They just jump in it, and so you guys could see that, which is really cool.
Thank you, Catherine. Gene Ventura asked, I have a Klee Kai, but he doesn't howl. Is that normal? No.
Some do, some don't.
Yeah, I mean, they're usually pretty vocal breed, but they don't all howl, like at the sirens. They don't all howl, but they are talkative. So if
I can make Rue howl right now.
you could, but not every dog could. So, or does. So it is normal. Not everybody does it, but it's in their blood. I see you. I see you.
And
I
that's
see.
all we got right now.
What time is it?
It is 7:27.
Okay, wow, that is awesome. So, what I think we could do is I can hop back over there or where you could, whichever you prefer.
Okay.
And then we will do what? What do you want to do? You guys, what do you guys want to see out there? Before we jump on that, you guys put it in the comments. Aw. But what I did want to say is I want to thank all of you guys. Of course, every week we're here from 6 to 8 p.m. And I know that so many of you guys are here every single week learning and just having fun with us and asking questions and now supporting our channel and doing super chats and super stickers. And I just appreciate you guys because without you guys, we wouldn't have this, right? Without you guys, there would be no point. And so I appreciate you guys wanting to learn and ask the questions. But I also wanted to say a big thank you to this one right here because I can't do this without her. Like every Thursday, she is mine. Like she knows that that's her day and she spends it here with me and she helps set everything up. And then it's a lot of work. And so I just want to say thank you to my daughter because she's my backbone when it comes to live streaming. So thank you, Alexis. I love you.
Mama.
And if you guys are new, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button and give us a thumbs up so that YouTube knows that you like it, so that we know that you like it, and we will continue to do live streams every Thursday. And so from there, we will just keep going. Come here, Mama. Novi. Where'd she go? There you go. Hi.
Okay.
I know they talked about, I know you guys asked earlier, like, how's their temperament? Like, are they loving? That type of thing. And Nala is probably the
most loving.
well, Rue's very loving. But not only the most, Rue is very loving, and we'll pretty much lay anyway, but Nala is so loving that she will just let you hold her anyway. She'll hang upside down. She does not care about what way she's laid.
You don't care. As long as she's being pet and has attention.
As long as you're loving her, this is like the epitome of a Klee Kai. Like this is what they should be. They should be your best friend. They should be your companion who wants to be with you all the time. And she's another great example. I mean, all of our dogs are usually very loving, very needy, very outgoing. But then there are a few that are just overly needy or overly loving.
That one right there.
And that'd be that one and this one.
Hey, you don't say that.
She is very loving, but she sometimes can be overly loving, and that meaning you have her and you're trying to go to bed, right? And you have her in your room and you're laying down and all of a sudden the nose comes and she does this thing. If your hand's there, she does know. Watch the I don't know if you're gonna do it now. Huh? Watch. If you pet her and if you touch her, all of a sudden you stop and she either goes to the next person or she does this thing with her nose. She'll take her nose, stick it under your hand, and flick it. And until you realize, oh, that means you want me to keep petting you, she will not stop.
Yeah, she's a lover.
And she moves your hand. If you're petting her head, she will roll over onto her back and use her paws and push your hand down to her stomach because she loves her belly rubbed.
Yeah.
Ashton Brass has
crazy.
a question.
Okay.
She says, I live in Minnesota. How do the dogs do in various temperatures? Not sure how much temperature change you get there.
Yeah. So, do you want to answer?
Yeah, we've had dogs go all over. We had Diamond Sister Ziggy moved from here in Southern California and going into a beach entry pool every other day to going up and living into the mountains and in the snow, and she loved it. Most Klee Kai do they're fine in all
They'll
weather.
adapt.
Yeah.
They'll adapt.
Even their coats change. Ziggy, when she came back to us, her coat was overly thick and fluffy because she adapted to the snow, and it was craziness. But she then now adapted to being back here.
Yeah. They'll adapt. I mean, they're an inside breed, so they don't want to live outside all of the time. So they usually will do fine. I will say our dogs, obviously they don't see the snow very much. They don't see a lot of cold weather. And so they become dainty little princesses. But for the most part, when you get a puppy, they'll adapt rather quickly.
Not a question, but Carissa Evan says, we really appreciate that you do weekly live streams. Not only have we learned so much, but we love learning about you and your family. The live stream has also been a great way to stay up to date.
Yeah, that's awesome. Awesome. I'm glad to hear it. Thank you for sharing that, because when we hear stuff like that, it just will continue to encourage us to keep doing it. Because I will tell you, like, there are times when we're like, Thursday's here already, we should skip this week. It came too fast, or we don't have time.
Or we're not ready, or we're busy, or whatever. And we always sit down and say, okay, well, let's get ready. Let's set up the room. Let's get all the cameras. Let's everything else. And it's a lot of work. But like she said, when we hear your thank yous and how much you guys are learning and everything else, it makes it better.
Yeah, definitely.
Catherine asks, are any of your babies stubborn?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes.
That's the definition of Klee Kai.
This one, especially.
I don't know if you guys heard Braden because he's talking so low, but he said that is the definition of a Klee Kai. So definitely a characteristic of the breed for sure. They're
And
very
jealousy.
stubborn, very needy, very
Jealous.
loving.
And jealous.
But it's because they have a mind of their own and they are intelligent dogs, and so they feel like their way is the right way, and they should be the king of the castle. So yeah, definitely they are stubborn, but they learn really quickly that they can or they can't get away with things depending on who their owner is. So they're stubborn, yes, but they're also intelligent, and they learn that
from it.
if they don't get a response, then it's not going to work. If you do give those responses when you don't want them to do something, then they learn rather quickly that, oh, we're just going to keep doing this because you obviously give in at some point. So definitely stubborn.
Braden asked, I believe another viewer touched on this topic in a way. Plan on driving out to pick up a puppy when one is available. How do you take care of the puppy on the drive back?
So the drive back is sometimes tricky. It just depends how far the drive is, because if it is just a 6-7 hour drive, it's not that big of a deal. But if you plan on going across country, that's pretty hard on the dog, because for one, they've only had one set of shots. You don't want them to go into the public rest areas to use the restroom. And they haven't been into a hotel, so if you're having to stop in hotels, then that's going to be a challenge because your puppy's not potty trained, they're not crate trained,
Jealous.
And so there is a lot of challenges to really travel with your puppy long distance. So Brayden, I don't remember where you're driving from, but you can always email me and we can touch on that as well, just to try to help you. But you're gonna want lots of pee pads, definitely a crate, a lot of patience, and try to get home as fast as you can.
Don't take the scenic routes.
Yeah, don't take the scenic.
Take them on the way here.
I guess the only exception to that would be if you have an RV. Diamond needs to go in a crate. She won't stop licking my face.
It's because you're giving Nala attention and she's jealous. Huh? I know.
That's all we got right now.
Awesome.
Oh,
Ziggies are loud. Diamond. Remember when we said needy?
and jealous. Jealous.
They never get both of us sitting in here
I
talking
know.
for this long.
I know.
Diamond,
Right.
it's fun. We could do it. We want to do a little fun game.
No,
Yeah.
she cries.
Let's do a fun game. We always make Diamond pick. So Diamond loves me and Alexis equally.
This is our dog. We share her.
But she sleeps with Alexis. It's primarily Alexis's dog. However, she thinks she's my dog. So
They all
we
are your
play a
dog.
fun trick on Diamond, and we make her pick. So she'll go over there, I'll go over here, and she'll run to her, and then I call her, and then she'll run to me, but she's crying the whole time.
She's bawling.
Because-
You can hear her crying, and it's so mean. And then she stands in the middle, or she stays at one side, and she just looks at you crying.
Okay.
With her ears down, she's so sad. Huh? It's mean. It's a mean game.
It is
It's
a
a mean game.
But it's fun because Alexis thinks that her dog loves her more. And sometimes I have to prove her wrong because that's what moms do.
It's a mean game. Huh? It's a mean game.
Do it.
I know. Go.
You go.
She's like, okay. Okay.
Not
But
a question, but
Put that up there.
Jennifer says, I can't get over how skinny Diamond's tail is. She really shed that coat.
Oh yeah, I
Oh,
know.
It's,
It's
funny.
horrible.
I was
I
just
do.
gonna talk about that because
I know.
look
It's
at
so
how
bad.
hideous our dogs look right now. Any of you guys that are new, our dogs don't always look this bad. It's just that they had puppies and hi Nova, and so they blew their entire coat and then we brush them all the time. But I'm sure you can see I'm covered in hair. Alexis is covered in hair.
They're red though, so you
Diamond.
can tell.
Diamond, come here, Mama.
Diamond, hey, come here. She's like, hold on. Diamond, come here. Come here. Thank you. Hi, baby. Hi.
Diamond,
Thank you.
Diamond,
Thank you.
come here.
Thank you. Hi.
Diamond,
I see you.
come here.
Diamond, come here. Hi. She's so sad. Diamond, come here.
Okay.
Baby, she's crying. I don't know if you can hear it. You probably can't hear it. She's crying.
We are laughing.
She's
It's
crying.
hilarious. It is
I
hilarious.
know, it's okay.
That's our fun game.
She hates it. She hates it. And now she's out of breath because she's like, I don't know where to go. Your tail looks horrible. Look at
All
this
right,
thing.
we can have our chair back. That was fun.
That was horrible.
Nova. Who is Nova's dog? She's Diamond's dog.
Yeah.
No, you know what? Nova hasn't picked an owner, which is really awesome because, you know, Klee Kai can sometimes be a one-person dog, or they pick their owner and they will prefer one over another. Not always, but sometimes. And like for a long time, Nala was hands down my dog, always my dog. But as she got a little older and she saw everybody else getting all the love from everybody, then she was like, oh, I want the love too. So she's kind of become everyone. Simba's everybody's. Sasha, that usually Dakota, who would you say is a one-person dog besides Diamond? Diamond's a two-person dog.
Diamond is ours, and that's about it. Other than that, I think Nala's
Maybe
pretty
Cessna.
close. Cessna. Nala, what used to be, like you were saying, she used to be hands down yours. Me and Brayden would go outside, and she kind of like look at us like she didn't want us to touch her, and it was her choice. She sat down and she looked at us and kind of like, I'm good. And we would have Rue, Diamond, even Simba, we all, like, all three of them would be at my lap, and she's sitting over there looking at me like, I'm good. And it was her choice, but now she's grown out of it, I guess.
Yeah, for sure. But anyway, so Nova, actually, she loves everybody. She's actually a really easy puppy because she was Diamonds, per se, and raised with all of the pack. So when we keep a puppy that's raised with our pack and they all have babies at the same time, it makes it really easy because they just know she's just staying and she doesn't leave, and they teach a lot of what we would normally have to teach. So she doesn't potty. She runs straight out in the morning. She sleeps in her crate. She doesn't potty in there. The only thing is she's a food hog, but she's still a puppy. But other than that, she's doing pretty good. I'm happy. I'm proud of her.
While on the topic of Nova, Catherine asked, whose dog is Nova?
I know. That's what we were answering because I saw it.
Oh.
Sorry. I kind of jumped it because I just happened to see it. But yeah, she's
everyone.
Yeah, she's everyone.
House dog.
She's easy.
She is everyone. She doesn't care. Gavin's standing at the gate and she's looking at him like, okay, I'm ready to go out or I'm ready to be picked up, and she doesn't care. Everybody in this house she knows. She loves everybody.
Yeah.
Brayden asked, how long is too long for the puppy to be in a car at one time? I'm 10 to 12 hours out from Utah, if that helps answer the last question.
I would say if you plan the timing right and you're okay with driving at night to go home, that would be easier and the best way to do it. So tire your puppy out as much as you can before you hit the road and drive later in the day. Because the dogs usually sleep all night. They'll wake up maybe one time, which will give you a good 7 or 8 hours of them sleeping. So that would be my first suggestion. And if that's not something that you could do, then I don't think 12 hours is unreasonable.
Right, put it on the ground.
I've been doing it.
Okay.
But I would say that it's just going to be longer drive home because you are going to have to stop every few hours because the puppy is going to have to potty. So every time the puppy wakes up, they're going to have to go to the restroom. And they are going to get a little anxious in the car for a long time. So it's doable. 12 hours isn't excessive. You'll be fine. Just plan it out.
Ashton Brask is asking, my husband and I love to take our lab to the river when we go fly fishing in the fall and spring. How would an Alaskan Klee Kai do in that environment?
Oh, they'll love it. They love it.
Rue grew up in a pool.
Yeah, they would absolutely love it.
Kika was taken to the river when she was baby, and
yeah, I mean, they love to be outdoors and do outdoor activities with their owners. So if you get them used to all of that stuff when they're young, they're going to be outgoing, they're going to be friendly, they're going to love all of that stuff with you. I'm okay right now, thank you. Look at all of it. That was awesome.
There's that right in the screen.
I know. All right. Are we running low on time?
You got 15 minutes.
Oh, 15 minutes. Hey, I have an idea. I bet you all of you guys will love it.
Hi.
Why don't we have 15 minutes. Why don't we bring Ziggy's puppies in here?
Okay.
Let's see.
Yeah. No, yeah, that's fine. She'll be fine. But that just means, because that way you guys can see the puppies better. Because 6 puppies in there, it's hard for me to sit in there. You guys can't see me. But Ziggy and Diamond, they hate each other with a passion, even though they're sisters.
Siggy is.
But it's because Ziggy left and Ziggy was, she was already moving.
Siggy
when
hates
she
her
left.
own daughter. She wasn't raised here, so it's
Yeah.
part of the problem.
I gotta put all of them away, and then we'll get Ziggy and the puppies in here for the last 15 minutes. That way you guys can see them up close.
Are you ready?
So Lex, or Ethan, Brayden, whoever you are, do you know how to put it on Ziggy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ziggy.
Okay, it does say
It does
Siggy.
say
to 80. 85? We're gonna go with 80.
It's at 80.
Just, Brandon, make sure you talk loud.
Okay.
Alright.
Is the sound back on?
Yes. Oh my goodness.
I am covered in hair. Yep. All right, we're back. I'm sure you guys heard what was going on. Oh, I need my chair. So, normally the gate's closed to go to Ziggy, but I had it open because I went up there to get her puppies, and everybody decided to follow me up. And so, Diamond and Ziggy were going to destroy each other. Of course, there's a gate over Ziggy's puppies. You saw that. But anyways, that scared me for a second. So, Ziggy's in her crate, taking a break. The girls are all outside. And now we get quiet time.
Catherine Ping asked, we would love if you would talk about the different gray and white pups and their coloring again.
Yes, 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 yes. Okay, we could do that. Hi, let's see who the climbers are. All right. So you can see. All right, I think we're good on their screen. Okay, cool. All right, we got this guy here is the lightest of the grays, and I'm gonna turn this light on. And so he doesn't have a lot of the browns. So let's see his brother. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is this. Is that focused or do I? Okay, cool. So these are the two boys, and you could see the difference in the sides of the two puppies. So this one has a lot of lighter gray, and this one has a lot of browns and tans, and even on their head. So when you see that, you can see a lot of the tans coming in. This is what Rue looks like. This is what Rupert looked like. So it's going to resemble her a lot. Now, his face is, see, I'm going to show you the girl to him because they have some differences too. Now, if you see, is that focused? Okay, so if you see these two, this is the girl, this is the boy. Now, she has more grays in her face. So that's why she looks darker than he does. And that's because he has all those.
It's not focused anymore. Bring it up. You have them at the bottom. There you go.
He has a lot of the buffs. And so that's why they look so different, because she's lacking that in her head. But when you look at their backs, they have a lot of resemblances. See that? It's focused good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, they look so dark on there. That's funny.
They are dark.
No, but I can see the big screen, and it looks so detailed. So now with these two here, I think that it'll be hard to know for sure, but in a couple of weeks I'll be able to tell a little more. But I definitely think that this one, the one darker boy with a lot of brown, he's going to look just like Rue. Now, Rue has a lot of browns in her head. This one doesn't. So I'm not sure if she's going to keep this cream color like Rue did, or if she's going to get rid of it, because generally speaking with the Klee Kai, what you see behind their ears and their head is what they turn out to be. And that's like usually the first thing that changes. So I'm thinking she might end up losing a lot of that brown color, but I don't know for sure. We don't see this color very often at all. We don't see Rue's color very often at all. So this is it'll be fun to see how they change over the next several weeks, because my guess is as good as yours especially on the little girl. On the boy that's dark, I'm pretty sure he'll look just like Rue. And then the one with the gray boy that's lighter, he's just gonna look like Ozzy.
Hey, Mom, you're rambling again.
I am?
Yeah. Going back to you were talking about Rupert. Jen just said Jet will only potty on turf. What do you recommend to get him potty trained on other surfaces, especially concrete?
You want him to potty on concrete?
She said during shelter in place.
Huh.
Well, they might be apartment or they don't have grass.
Yeah. I guess my recommendation is going to be, at this point, you're going to have treats and or food, whatever it is that you're giving him, his favorite toy, something that he only gets when he goes to the restroom in that spot. And so you want to put him on a leash. You don't want to give him free roam of that area. And you are going to control the place that he goes potty in. And then when he does actually go, can you put Rue in a crate, please? And then what you're going to do is that you will just give him the treats and reward when he does go potty in those places. But if you give him free run of a certain area and then you expect him to only go in a certain place, it's not going to happen. He's going to run and play and go wherever he wants. So you're going to have to control that environment a little more.
That's what we got right now.
Yay.
We got 4 minutes left.
All right, so you guys can see the babies. We're here. Let's see what we got. Where are they?
Hey, you want to move them to the phone?
Yeah, you can move them to the phone. Let's see how it looks. Brayden had a good idea. Let's move it to the floor, but I gotta put
Move them just to the edge of the path.
Yeah, what I'll do is I'm gonna move the toys though, because if I don't.
More forward. Like literally touching that corner. Like that bottom. Perfect.
And then what I'll do is just don't put me in a bubble. And then I'll take this light, and that way you can see better. I have this really cool light, guys, that has a magnet on it. No, it ain't gonna work. But I don't know because the lighting.
It's not
They're
really
all
doing
sleeping.
anything for you.
Oh, I know. Why don't I do this? All right, we're gonna do what we never do on a live stream, and I'm gonna take you guys mobile. Look at this. And now we can see them up close if I can move my fingers out of the way. Right? They're all sleepyheads.
Kind of boring.
I know, right? But let's see.
Tell them to do a trick.
I know. Can you guys do a trick? Wake up. Wake up. Let's see.
Oh, we got a couple of questions.
That's a puppy. Okay, you can ask while I'm showing.
I know Klee Kai are escape artists. Do you have any that you trust off leash, and are they big on running out of the front door? I would trust Rue off leash.
Yeah, I mean, even whenever they picked Rupert up, she was just out front. So she had a leash on, but I just let it. Those two are playing. I just let it dangle. And so what I would recommend is you definitely can off leash train them, but you need to make sure that you trust them. So I would put them on a super long leash, like a 20-footer. I talked about that before in some of my videos, for a long time until they have their recall back and they know and respect your command. When they do that, then you can try to trust them off leash. You can go to like the dog park and just go into the baseball field. You want to turn this. Actually, people are probably liking it. The puppy just rolled over. But if you take them into the diamond of the baseball field and close it and then practice there, or go to the park like super early when no one's around so that you can really practice with your dog. But you can definitely teach them off leash. Rue would be fine. Diamond's fine. Nala, not so much. She goes and visits the neighbors all the time. We still can't ever figure out how that dog gets over there, but she goes to the neighbors. And then Simba, I would never trust. He's like, oh, squirrel. So most dogs, we don't, but that is because I don't go and take my dogs to a lot of places like you guys will. When you only have one, you can do a lot more than I can do. Kika was off-leash trained, and she went hiking, she went to the river, she did everything without a leash. So,
speaking of Simba, Catherine just brought him up. She said, is Simba outside? We haven't seen him inside much.
I know. The last 2 weeks I haven't brought him in because for one, because he gets, I'm going to put it on the big one. He gets a little too excited with all of the puppies. Plus Nala was in season. And so I had to keep them away. And with Ziggy having her babies and being very protective, Simba would, first thing he does when he comes in is run upstairs. And so in order for me to eliminate him from doing that, I don't have him out here because the minute we open that gate, he runs straight up to my room. And so I have to be careful with them. But hopefully next week I'll bring him back in. So I guess I've been told it's 8 o'clock, which is craziness. And
Which is good. I didn't know what to do with myself just standing here.
Oh, why are you standing? We'll come say goodbye. Are you going to put it on both?
I don't know. Brayden's running the show over there.
Put
Put
it on the other one, Brayden, so that put you in the circle.
That sounds good to me. I'll go play video games for 2 hours and not be disturbed.
Hey.
It's okay.
I'm not mad.
All right.
I'm just making jokes.
You didn't put you in a bubble?
Yeah, I did.
Oh.
You're delayed.
Oh, yeah, I'm delayed.
You always forget that.
I do always forget that. We got to go down low. Okay,
Oh.
You want to do that? All right, guys. Thank you so much for the support. Make sure you give us a thumbs up, and we will see you next time. Until then, bye.
Bye. Does he know how to end it?
Finish.